Okay. So far, wala naman nabawas? Wala ba lumipat dito ng section? Wala naman. Wait nga, hanapin ko yung aking mga students. Okay. Okay, sige. So, proceed tayo with our discussions with ay, wait nga. Ano ang tawag din? Ano ang i-discuss ko? Saglit lang ha. Sige, yain na. Wag na. So, sige. Ganito ang gagawin natin. Ano? So, share ako ng screen. And then, confirm ako if meron na kayong nakikita ang shared screen. So, wait lang. Okay, makikinig ng mabuti kasi nasa stage na tayo ng computations. And then, as what I've said during our introductions, no? So, kailangan maintindihan natin yung mga unang topic kasi kapag hindi natin naintindihan, possible, on the next topic, no, hindi na natin siya masosolve. So, pag hindi kayo makasabay, just let me know and then mas maganda, try to interrupt me by speaking. Okay? Goods tayo doon? And I am hoping everyone na kayo sasagot kayo sa lahat ng mga questions ko. Kasi kapag iisa or dadalwa lang, mag-self-study na lang tayo. Since wala din naman ako nakakausap. Even case lang naman. Tingnan ko nga sa mga naka-open cam. Si Ken Calvin, ask ka lang, bakit di ka naka-open cam?
Sir, hintay lang po. Di po nagana ang camera.
Okay, sure. Okay, sige. Pa-confirm ako. Ayoko na nag-aanhatag dito. Ayoko ng sisita. So, so much better talaga na kung ano yung requirement natin. So, sumunod na lang. Para din naman yan sa inyo. Para makita ko kayo na attentive kayo na nagsosolve kayo. And then, pa-confirm ako if may nakikita na kayong shared screen.
Meron na. Okay na po, sir.
Meron na po, sir.
Okay, sige. Thank you. So, let's proceed now to our second discussion, which is all about the time value of money. Again, ayoko nang naninita. Next time. Okay na, sige. Ako nang bahala. Sa notes ko na lang. Ino-note ko na lang. Okay. So, time value of money. So, dito, when we hear the word money, ang madalas pumapasok sa atin is all about capital. No? So, dito, capital refers to wealth in the form of money or other assets owned by a person or organization that can be used for a particular purpose such as starting a company or investing. So in this manner, money earns interest or profits over time. So therefore, money has a time value. So other factors such as inflation can also affect time value of money. So, there are different types of capital. So, mag-focus na lang tayo on the equity and borrowed capital kasi dyan lang naman iikot yung ating discussions for the capital. So, equity capital is owned by individual who have invested their money or property in a business project or venture in the hope of receiving a profit. Meaning to say, it is owned by individual kung saan nagtatayo sila ng isang business project or isang business, syempre, in order to receive a profit. And the next one is the borrowed capital. It is obtained from lenders for investment with a promise to repay the principal amount and interest on a specific date. So from the word itself, borrow, nanghihiram tayo ng capital. Next one, ito, please be attentive to this explanations kasi from the very beginning until the end of the computation, lagi tayong may representation for the cash flow diagram. So for the cash flow diagram, it is a graphical representations of cash flows drawn on a time scale. So sa ating problem solving, lagi tayong may cash flow diagram or may mga other items or other problems that are required to have a cash flow diagram. So may mga elements dito sa ating cash flow diagram. Ang una, tinatawag nating horizontal line. Ano ba yung horizontal line sa cash flow diagram? It represents the time with progression of time moving from left to right. Ano bang ibig sabihin nun, sir? Alam mo naman natin that the horizontal line is something like this. Dito, considering the engineering economics, ang horizontal line represents the period of time. Ano ba yung mga period of time? So for example, based on the problem, the period of time is in the form of the number of days, number of months, or number of years. Sabihin na natin number of days. As of today, 0 siya. So, day 1, second day, third day, fourth day, and fifth day. It represents the period of time. Again, from left up to right. Maliwanag tayo sa ating horizontal line. Naiintindihan ang application ng horizontal line sa ating cash flow diagram?
Yes, sir.
Yes, po, sir.
Saan maintindihan niyo to, ano? The next one is arrows. Ang arrow is represent the cash flows. So, meron tayong pataas na arrow, may upward arrow, and may downward arrow. So, ano ba yung sinasabi nating upward and downward? So, for example, again, dito sa ating cash flow diagram, 0, day, first day, second day, third day, fourth day, and fifth day. May mga positive arrow, may negative arrow. So, dito, itong mga positive arrow na to, it represents the positive cash flow or cash inflow. Meaning to say, itong mga nasa taas na arrow na to, ito yung kinoconsider natin na perang mga pumapasok sa atin. Perang nare-receive natin, perang natatanggap natin. Perang nakukuha natin. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng upward arrow. On the other hand, itong mga downward arrow, it represents the negative cash flow or cash outflow. Ito yung perang inilalabas natin. Ito yung perang ginagastos natin. Ito yung perang nawawala sa atin. Naiintindihan sa pinagkaiba ng upward and downward arrow in terms of a cash flow diagram?
Yes po, sir.
Yes, po.
Yes po, sir.
Good. No, it is really important to know this one kasi sa ating problems, we need to determine if the amount given in a period of time is an upward or a downward. Sir, meron po bang ang tawag dito, right side and left side na arrow? Wala, no? We are considering lang upward and downward. Positive for up, negative for down. So maliwanag tayo dito sa ating principle ng cash flow diagram in terms of the horizontal line and also the arrow.
Yes po, sir. Maliwanag. Yes po, sir. Yes po, sir.
Okay, goods. So meaning to say, kaya-kaya na nating mag-cash flow diagram, no? So there are different types of cash flow diagram. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, ang una nating i-discuss is a single cash flow. So isa-isahin natin yung different types ng cash flow diagram. Again, bibigyan ko lang kayo ng mga briefing regarding sa mga cash flows, different types of cash flows. Pag sinabi nating single cash flow, it is the simplest case involves the equivalence of a single present amount, P, and its future worth, F. Meaning to say, tatandaan nyo, kapag nag-drawing tayo ng cash flow diagram, considering the single cash flow, isang single present worth at isang single future worth lang. Sir, bakit dito pababa yung isang cash flow? Again, it depends upon the problem condition. Possible itong cash flow natin for single is both pababa. Again, nakadepende sa magiging situation ng problem. Maliwanag? Pwedeng ito, yung ating P, pataas naman. Yung F natin, pababa. So, depende again sa magiging atake ng problem. Naiintindihan po?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, bali po, lagi pong nasa una yung P.
Oh, yes, syempre present.
Sige po. Thank you po.
Never magandang tanong yan. Very good. Ano? Very good question yun. Never maunang F. Kasi future amount to eh. Di ba future? Present. Nauna ba lagi? Nagkaroon ba ng kaso na nauna ang future sa present? Di ba hindi? So magandang tanong yun. Ano? So laging naunang present word sa future word. Bawal mauna ang future word sa present word. Gets? Good question.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Next one. The equal uniform series. It is the transactions arranged as a series of equal cash flows at regular intervals. Dito, sa ating equal uniform series, madalas may encounter natin itong A. Itong A na ito ay yung tinatawag nating annuity. Itong annuity na ito, ibig sabihin nito is the uniform amount of payment. Uniform amount of payment. Okay. Ano pong ibig sabihin ng uniform series, sir? So, for example, again, depende sa atake ng problem. Halimbawa, nagbabayad sa iyo yung pinautangan mo in 5 years ng total, in every year, nagbabayad siya ng 500 pesos. Ito yung kinukonsider natin as the uniform equal series. Yung every year, nagbabayad siya ng 500 pesos. Again, depende yung future worth pataas or pababa. Maliwanag po.
Yes, sir. Po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, next one is the gradient series. There are two types of a gradient series. The first one is the linear gradient series and the second one is the geometric gradient series. Pag sinabi nating linear gradient series, it is a cash flows that increases or decreases by uniform amount at each period. Nag-i-increase or nagdi-decrease. So for example, paano ba? Itong linear gradient series is parang katambal lang nito, itong equal uniform amount. Kumbaga, nadagdagan lang. Halimbawa, sa ating cash flow diagram, 1, 2, 3, diba? So, kinukonsider natin dito, increasing to, no? Halimbawa, meron tayong 500 dito, yung kanina expand sa example natin. Sa linear gradient series, nagkakaroon tayo dito ng gradient amount or letter G. Ano ba yung gradient amount? So, meaning to say, ang gradient amount is makikita natin dito. Yan, nagkaroon ng triangle. Ito is considered as A. Annuity muna, di ba? Yung A natin is 500. Sa year 2, nagkaroon dito ng gradient. Yung gradient dito is mangyayari niyan is A plus G. Okay? Sa year 3, ito magkakaroon ulit ng another gradient. Pero, in year 3 na. So, magiging A plus 2G. Kasi second year na siya. And then, dito sa fourth year, magiging A plus 3G. Ito yung tinatawag nating linear gradient series. Kumbaga, additional equal uniform series plus the gradient series depending on the number of years. Got po?
Yes po, sir. Yes po, sir. Yes po, sir.
Good. The next one is the geometric gradient series. Cash flows that increases or decrease by a fixed percentage. Paano po kaya ang magiging cash flow niyan, sir? So again, for example, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So sa year 1, nagkaroon dito ng A. Ito yung 500 natin kanina. Sa year 5, dito. So ngayon, ang kanyang magiging atake ng cash flow diagram is pa-curve na. So yan na ang magiging curve, yan na yung magiging cash flow diagram natin. Sa geometric gradient series, considering increasing a fixed percentage, A, ito naman, sa year 2, magiging A times the quantity of 1 plus G raised to N minus 1. So, N is equals to 2 minus 1 is 1. Dito sa year 3, A times the quantity of 1 plus G raised to 2. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Sa year 4 is A times the quantity of 1 plus G raised to 3. And sa year 5, A times the quantity of 1 plus G raised to 4. Naiintindihan ang ating graph? Ang ating cash flow diagram?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Paano naman po pag decreasing? So pag decreasing, tingin tayo dito sa graph na to, sa diagram. So pag decreasing, syempre pababa. But take note again that our formula for this one is A pa din. Pero dito, sa year 2, ang magiging formula natin is A times the quantity of 1 minus G raised to 1. Dito sa year 3, A times the quantity of 1 minus G raised to 2, so on and so forth. So, nabago lamang yung sign ng ating formula. Kasi increasing positive, pag decreasing is negative. So, naiintindihan po?
Yes po.
Yes, po, sir.
And lastly is the irregular series. Irregular series consists of cash flows that change with no pattern. Ito na lang tatandaan nyo, no? With no pattern. Ano po ang ibig sabihin nun, sir? For example, irregular. Again, may 0, 1, o 5. Ano ba sabihin natin? In 5 years. Year 1, may 100. Year 2, may 50. Year 3, may 150. Year 4, may 40. Year 5, may 150. Kumbaga, may hindi okay lang or okay lang na hindi similar yung amount niya at every year. Okay, kaya nga irregular. Maliwanag po in terms of the irregular series.
Yes, po, sir.
Okay. So those are the 5 types of cash flows. So the first thing that we need to tackle about is the single cash flow. Ano ba yung single cash flow? Mamaya ano? So sa single cash flow, we have to determine ano ba yung interest. What comes to your mind when you hear the word interest? Jan. Kilaro ka.
Tubo po, sir.
Tubo. Yun, ano? Ang gandang ano nun. Ang gandang explanation nun. Ano? Very specific. Tubo. Other term pa. Makuha.
Para pong may pong dagdag po.
Yan. Dagdag. Yan, no? Sabi nga ni dagdag or tubo. Diba kadalasan ang naririnig natin sa interest, ito po yung may patong, pinatungan po yung presyo. Ito po yung idinagdag na presyo doon sa initial amount. So yun yung interest natin. Ang interest natin is the amount of money paid for the use of borrowed capital or income produced by money which has been loaned. So ito yung tubo, ito yung kita, ito yung profit natin. So sa single cash flow, we will consider the interest. So there are two types of interest. The first one is the simple interest at ang pangalawa natin is the compound interest. Okay? So first thing that we need to know is the simple interest. Ano ba yung simple interest? The simple interest is the interest on a loan that is based only on the principals. Usually used for a short-term loan where the period is measured in days rather than in years. Take note, kapag pinag-uusapan natin ng interest, siya ay pang short-term lang. And we will consider the time, we will consider the period of time that is in days. Okay? Maliwanag po sa simple interest, we will consider only for the short-term period in terms of days then. So ano ba yung general formula natin in determining the interest? Take note that the general formula in determining the interest is I is equal to P times I times N. Ano ba yung I na malaki, sir? Tatandaan nyo, no? Magkaiba ang malaking I sa maliit na I. Ang malaking I is designated as the interest amount. On the other I, ang P is the principal or the present worth. Ano ba pag sinabi nating present worth? Kanina pa natin nakikita yung P, hindi naman natin din i-discuss yan ano ba yung P. Ano ba yung present worth na sinasabi natin dito? Emmanuel.
Initial value po ata.
Sige,
Sir, yung capital po.
Again?
Yung capital po.
Aha. Aside, maybe, sometimes, but not all the times, other term. Justin.
Initial value po ata.
Yan. Ang present worth natin is the initial value. Kumbaga sa Tagalog, ito yung kasalukuyang pera natin. Ito yung perang meron pa tayo as of this day, as of this moment. Maliwanag po sa ating sa ating present worth.
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Yes, sir.
Isa pa. So ano ba yung maliit na I? Ang maliit na I natin is kino-consider natin as the rate of interest per interest period. Kumbaga ito yung percentage. 'Di ba? Madalas yung naririnig. Oh, meron daw 10% doon sa ating 100 pesos. Yung 10% na sinasabi, ito yung interest rate natin. And the N natin is considered as the number of interest period in terms of the number of days, since we are considering a simple interest. And also, syempre, kung may interest tayo, kailangan meron tayong future amount. Kasi nagkaroon ng tubo. So, para ma-compute natin yung future amount natin, ang formula daw niya or ang general formula is P plus I. O, okay na tayo sa P. Alam natin yung interest. Ano namang ibig sabihin ng F? Kanina pa natin yan nakikita sa cash flow diagram. Ano yung F kaya, guys?
Future value.
Future worth po.
Oh yes, oo nga, future worth. Kumbaga, kung papalawakin natin. Yes, Barcelos.
Siguro po yung final value po after madagdagan ng interest.
Yan, final value. Or kumbaga, yung ating F, ito yung outcome, ito yung profit, ito yung tubo natin after magkaroon ng interest. So, yung future value is equal doon sa initial amount natin or the present worth plus the interest amount. Take note that ating I is PIN. So, sige nga, i-distribute natin P plus PIN. Therefore, ang PIN-F natin or the future amount is P times the quantity of 1 plus IN. So, dito nakuha yung formulang to. So, maliwanag sa ating dalawang general formula in terms of interest. Goods.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Tayong formula, interest and the future value. Sige nga. Sa simple interest, we will talking about the two types. May dalawang type yung simple interest. The first one is the ordinary simple interest and the second one is the exact simple interest. Let us first determine what is the ordinary simple interest. According to this one, the ordinary simple interest, sige nga, pabasa ako, RIP. Ang ganda ng pangalan, Rip Van. Okay. When we say ordinary simple interest, tatandaan nyo, sa ating problem, lagi nyong tatandaan na ini-state dyan na siya ay ordinary. I-state dyan, what is the ordinary interest? Tatandaan nyo kapag sinabing ordinary interest, ang isang buwan ay katumbas ng 30 days. Wala kayong magagawa. Yan yung rule niyan. Hindi 31 days, hindi 29 days. Ang isang buwan is 30 days according sa rule ng ordinary interest. And in terms of years, ang number of days is, ang N natin may be computed as the number of days divide 360 days. Maliwanag po, hindi 365, hindi 366, hindi 364, 360 days. Okay tayo? Maliwanag tayo sa ordinary simple interest?
Yes, po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Sige nga. Let us try problem solving number 1. So, paunahan kayong sumagot. And then, pa-chat ako sa group chat ng inyong final answer. Hawak ng CalQ. Again ha, ayoko nang naninita. Makisama na lang. Kumbaga, para din naman sa inyo is mag-solve kayo. Okay, again, ayoko na nang naninita ng walang hawak na CalQ. O go. Pa-chat ako sa chat box ng inyong sagot. Hoy, dito sa chat box natin, guys. Huwag sa GC. Ayan. So, malalakas pala mga to eh. So, ang ating sagot is 74.375. Sa akin, mali yung 74.38 ha. So, kailangan ang gusto ko is exact amount. So, again, focus muna dito, para paano ba nakuha nila yung 78.375. So, determine the ordinary simple interest on 700 pesos for 8 months and 15 days if the rate of interest is 15%. So, una muna titingnan na natin is we need to evaluate the problem. O sinabi dito, the problem is an ordinary simple interest. O let's start with the given. P, or ang ating present value, is 700 pesos. Ang I natin is 0.15. Okay lang na gawin ko ng 0.15? Goods lang?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Okay. And then, ang ating N is 8 months and 15 days. So ito, ang goal natin is gawin natin siyang in terms of days. O solutions muna. Ang formula natin for the interest is PIN. Paano natin computein yung N? So, 8 months times 30 days in 1 month plus yung number of other remaining 15 days. So, therefore, ang ating N is equivalent to what? Guys,
250 po.
255 days. So, okay na tayo sa N. Check na. Naka-number of days na siya. So, let us try to substitute the all given into the formula. I is equal to PIN. So, ang ating P is 700 pesos. Ano ang I natin? 15% and yung ating 255 days. Okay na ba to? Tapos na ba to? Bakit?
Kulang pa. Ordinary simple interest po yung nabanggit po sa problem. So, need po natin divide sa 360 po yung
Yan.
N.
All we need to do is to divide into 160 days. So, what would be our P? I. Again, our I is 74.375. So, maliwanag kung paano mag-compute ng ordinary simple interest.
Yes, po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Madali ang echo, di ba? Madali ba ang echo?
Sa una po,
Hindi. Walang una. Oo, hindi lang ang sagot. Madali ang echo. Madali.
Madali po.
Yan. Yun ang gusto ko. Dahil madali sa inyo, sige, dagdagan pa natin. Para ulit. Pasolve ulit ako ng problem number 2. O, go. Yun ang gusto ko. Mga ginaganahan yung mga estudyante ko. Hindi pala estudyante ko. Mga tropa ko. If you have an answer, you can chat through our chat box. Oh, Vince, what is your answer?
475 pesos po, sir.
Okay. So you have to chat your answer. Kala ko tawa ka lang dyan ng tawa.
Hindi po, sir. Nag-type po kami kanina.
Si Vince lang ba nakuha ng 475? Other answer?
Same lang po, sir.
Same lang po.
Again, you have to chat your answer. I'm waiting. Meron pala. Sorry.
Meron po, sir. Baka hindi niyo lang po na.
Sorry, delay ang aking ano. So, okay. 475 is the correct answer. Paano kaya nakuha ng mga hindi nakuha? Ano? O, dito muna. Tingin muna kayo dito. So, determine the ordinary simple interest on 10,000 for 9 months and 15 days if the rate of interest is 6%. Again, first thing that we need to do is to evaluate the problem. Again, ordinary simple interest. Pasok agad tayo sa given. Ang ating initial value is 10,000. Ang ating interest is, gawin ko ng 0.06 ha. And then end natin is 9 months and 15 days. So for our solutions, so alam natin that our I is equals to PIN. And muna no. So 9 months, tinamad na ako. So 30 days over 1 month plus 15 days. Ano ang ating total number of n, guys? 285 days. Okay na tayo sa n. So, substitute na natin. I, PIN. So, yung 10,000 natin, ita-times natin sa 0.06 and 285. Ano kaya ang ating denominator?
360 pa.
360. Pag malilito ha, baka mamaya mag 365 kayo. Ang I natin is 475 pesos. So, nakuha ba ng lahat? Nakakasabay po ba?
Yes po, sir.
Yes,
po.
Yes po, sir.
Madali ba ang eco? Madali.
Madali po.
Yan. Madali ano? Yan ang gusto ko. Ano? Madali ang eco talaga. So, okay, sige. Since madali ang eco, damihan pa natin, dagdagan natin. Di pala damihan, dagdagan natin ang inyong knowledge. The next thing that we need to tackle about is the exact simple interest. Kung kanina, may ordinary, meron naman tayong exact simple. O sige, pabasa naman ako. Ang pangalan ng batang to, Magbo.
Exact simple interest. Interest is computed based on the exact number of days in a given year, which is 365 days for a normal year and 366 days during a leap year, which occurs every 4 years, or if it is century year, it must be divided by 400. Note that during leap years, February has 29 days and 28 days only during a normal year. In this case, the value of n that is used in the preceding formulas may be computed as n equals d over 365 for a normal year and n equals d over 366 for a leap year.
Okay, magkaiba ang ordinary sa exact interest. Kapag nakita nyo sa ating problem is an exact simple interest, take note na mababago yung ating n. And also, yung ating number of days. Tatandaan nyo, for the normal years, 365 days. Kapag leap year, 366 days. Paano ba natin madedetermine ng isang taon ay is a leap year? Kapag divisible siya by 4. Kapag naman century year, considered siya or divisible siya sa 400. Sige nga, example nga, mamaya example. Tatandaan natin, pag during leap years, ang February has 29 days and then kapag normal year, yung February has 28 days. And take note that yung N natin is mababago. Kung sa ordinary is D over 360, kapag normal year for the exact, D over 365, and during a leap year, D over 366. Sige nga, kung naiintindihan nyo yung definition natin, do you think 1700s is a leap year or a normal year?
Leap year.
Leap year po.
Leap year po.
Again, take note that a leap year, if it is a century year, it must be divisible or divided by 400.
No po.
Normal po.
Hindi po.
It is considered as a normal year. Baka dinivide nyo lang sa 4, no? Take note, kapag century year, all we need to do is to divide by 400. Naiintindihan? Guys?
Yes, po.
2,000.
Leap year po.
Leap year po.
Yan. Ito yung normally, tama. Ito yung kinoconsider natin as leap year. 2012.
Yes po.
Leap year po.
Yan. Leap year. So, naiintindihan na kung paano mag-determine kung ang isang taon is a normal year or a leap year?
Yes po, sir. Sir, paano po 1712?
17?
12.
Guys, sagutin natin. Ang 1712 ba is a leap year or a normal year?
Leap year po. Leap year po.
It is considered as a leap year. Bakit? 1712, i-divide lang natin by 4. Okay? Nasagot ba ang tanong?
Yes po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. Natandaan niya, pag century year, 400. Kapag yung mga ibang, pag hindi na century year, divide mo na lang sa 4. Ganun lang kadali. Okay? So, sige, let us start problem solving during exact simple interest. Wait lang guys. Meron ba akong naka-shared screen? Wala, yan, wala. Goods.
Wala po, sir.
Okay wait lang ha. Saglit lang. Okay, let us start problem solving number 1. Again, pa-chat ako nung sagot nyo sa ating group chat. So, anyone has the freedom to chat their answer. Allow me to eat, ha? Ang bilis naman. Nakain pa ako eh. Kaya tayo kumukuha na ng ibang material sa ibang section eh. Okay lang. Mas better nga na lang. Para makasabay agad. So sige, tama yung mga nakuha natin na 63.8251.3661. So paano kaya nakuha? Moving forward, dito muna tayo tumingin. So again, determine the exact simple interest on 500 for the period from January 10 to October 28 pala, 1996 at 16% interest. First thing that we need to do is to analyze the problem. Sabi dito is it is a exact simple interest. So, proceed muna tayo with the given. Ang ating present worth is 500 pesos. Ang ating interest is 0.16. Ngayon, ang N, i-compute muna natin. So, But take note, before we compute the number M, we need to evaluate if 1996 is a leap year or a normal year. What do you think, guys?
Leap year po.
It is considered as a leap year. Okay na tayo. Na-consider na natin na siya ay LY. So, we need to break down lahat ng months indicated dito sa problem. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and October. Okay. Sa January, ilan yung i-consider nating number of days?
21 lang po.
21 ano? Kasi 31 days minus 10 days. Now, consider natin yung ang para hindi kayo malito, yung present na item present na number is yun na lang i-divide natin. So for the February,
29 po.
sure kayo?
Yes po.
Di ba 28?
29 po, sir.
Leap year po, sir.
Yan, ano. Kasi leap year, 29. So, sige, itabulate, ano ko na lang, no? March 31, April 30, May natin is 31, June is 30. Our July is 31, August 31, September 30. Ano ang ating October?
28.
28 lang po, sir.
Bakit hindi 31?
Hanggang October.
Hanggang October 28. Therefore, ang total number of days natin from January 10 to October 28 is equivalent to what?
292 po, sir.
292 days. Malulupit naman pala kayo, ano? So, 292 days. So, sige na. Lagay na natin dito. Solutions. PIN is equals to the interest. Ano nga ulit ang ating P? Ang P natin is 500. So, 500 times the quantity of, di ko sa uli, times 0.16 times, tama ba ko? Tama. 16 times 292. Ano ang ating denominator? 360 ba?
66.
So, 366 days. Therefore, ang I natin is equivalent to 63.82513661. So, nakakasabay po ba?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Okay, goods. So, okay yun ano. Sige nga, let us try again for problem number 2. Ito. Go. Other answer. 360, 333, other answer. $83.33. Other answer. Pakacheck ako ng mabuti. 847. Other answer. 8,472. Other answer. Other answer. Okay. So, sige. Ang final answer natin dyan is 833.82. 3. So, paano kaya nakuha yan, ano? Check dito. Okay lang yung mga, nagkamali. X. Wala namang talagang mas maganda yung nagsasagot kaysa naman sa hindi nagsosolve. So, determine the exact simple interest. Dito na, guys. Dito muna. On 20,000 pesos for the period of January 15 to November 15, 2012 if the rate of simple interest is 5%. Again, we need to evaluate first the given, the problem, exact simple interest. So, given muna tayo, guys, no? So, given natin, ang ating present worth is 20,000. Ano ang ating interest? 0.05. Ang N natin is compute natin muna. So, again, first thing that we need to do is to determine if the 2012 is a leap year or a normal year. What do you think, guys?
Leap year po.
Leap year po, sir.
Considered as a leap year. Again, from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, and November. So, yung ating January, ano kaya ang ating ilalagay dyan? Ilang number of days?
16.
16 po, sir.
16. February, ilan?
29.
29 po, sir.
29 po.
Very good. March 31, April 30, May 31, June 30, July 31, August 31, September 30, October. Ilan ang October? 28 pa rin ba?
31 po.
31 po.
31 po.
35. And November natin is?
15.
15.
Therefore, ang total number of days natin is equivalent to what?
305.
305 po.
305 days. Ayan. So, okay na tayo, ano? So, I is equals to P times I times N. So, ang ating P is equivalent to 20,000. Ano ang ating interest? 0.05. And ating total number of days is 305. Ano ang ating denominator?
365 po, sir.
166 days. Therefore, ang ating I is 833.333 pesos. So, nakakasabay po ba, engineers, lahat?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Yes, sir.
Madali bang, Eko?
Madali.
Yan, madali daw.
Sir, pwede po magtanong.
Sure. Basta ikaw, Sir Dan.
Sir, pwede ko po bang i-generalize na kunwari po, hindi po sinabi kung exact or ordinary po. Kapag po given po ay kunwari po ay specific po na years tapos po dates, kunwari po, yun nga po, January 15 to October po, ganun. Mag-exact na po ako. Tapos kapag po mga months lang, kunwari 8 months, 3 months, is mag-ordinary po ako. Pwede po kaya yun, sir?
Yeah. Yep. Pero same lang gawin magiging sagot. Naka-months. What do you think na naka-months? Ano yung ibig sabihin mong naka-months?
Ano lang po, yung kapag sinabi lang po is, kunwari po 8 months, 3 months, 4 months, mga ganun lang po. Pero kapag po, mga kunwari po January 18 to October, ganun po, parang mag-exact na po ba ako nun? Parang,
Yeah,
pwede ko
yes. Exact na. Kapag mga naka January to April, ganun. Oo, tama yan. Naka-exact. Okay?
Okay, thank you po.
Okay. Okay na tayo sa ating tag dito. Sa anong tawag dito? Simple interest. Goods.
Yes, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Naiintindihan pa naman, di ba? Naiintindihan pa ako. Dahil naiintindihan nyo, so dadagdagan natin ang kaalaman ninyo. Ano? Sige. So, the next thing that we need to tackle about is all about, ang daming all about, is the discount. What comes to your mind? Ito, madalas natin ito na-encounter. When you hear the word discount, Adrian.
Mas mura.
Mas mura. Okay. Tama. Sige. Tama naman. It's okay. Adrian, what comes to your mind?
Ano po, bawas presyo po.
Bawas presyo. Justin.
Yan rin po. Yung pong nababawas sa initial value.
Yan. Ito yung nababawas doon sa initial value, tumpak na tumpak na. Ang discount natin is the discount is a simple term is the interest deducted in advance. It is the difference between the amount of a borrower receives in cash or the present value natin and the amount he pays in the future or the future worth. Sa discount, para makompute natin yung discount amount, ang formula na gagamitin dyan or ang general formula is the future worth minus the present worth. Tatandaan nyo to ha. Discount is the future worth minus the present worth. So sa discount, ilagay natin dito, ito ay amount. Discount amount. Kasi hindi ko nalagay. So ano yung maliit na D? Magkaiba yung maliit na D sa malaking D. Katulad kanina sa malaking I sa maliit na I. Ang maliit na D natin, it is considered as the rate of discount. And then yung I natin, yun pa rin yung ating rate of interest. So paano ba kinocompute yung ating rate of discount? The rate of discount is equivalent to the future value minus the present value divided by the future value. Tatandaan nyo ha, ang discount natin is the future value minus P all over P. Or pwede rin nating i-consider that the discount is the interest over F, or pwede rin nating ilagay na discount divide principal. So, tatlo ang pwede nating maging formula sa discount. Pero mas maganda, ito na lang. Solve na tayo dito. Okay? O, punta naman tayo sa other formula pa for the discount, considering the interest rate. So, D is equal to I all over 1 plus I. So, pag kinocompute naman again, ang discount, considering the interest rate, ito ang pwede nating formula. Or, considering naman yung interest rate, pwede nating makompute yung I is equal to D, dito ko na lang ilagay. I is equals to D all over 1 minus D. So, madami tayong pwedeng maging formula. Pwede nga ito 1 minus 1 plus I minus 1. No? But take note, ito na lang. Mas maganda kasi na, alam nyo, ngayon, very bibo kayong magsaulo ng formula. Pero at the end of the day, after mga 3 topics, tama na yung tatlo. Marirealize niyan, tama na. Kahit ito na lang yung saulahin natin. 1, 2, at 3. Pwede rin to 4. Solve na kayo dyan. Basta ito, ano na kayo dito? Solve na kayo. 1, 2, 3. Yan. Ito pwede rin. 4. Ito kahit hindi na. Tsaka itong mga to, wag na yan. Kasi pag dami, pag gulo. Okay, kumbaga alternative formula lang yan. Maliwanag po tayo sa ating mga formulas. Ang dami na nating formula. O, dadagdagan pa natin yan mamaya. Okay, so pupunta muna tayo sa discount, no? Sige, let us try problem solving number 1 muna. Diba ang dali ng echo? Tama ba ako? Sabi ko sa inyo tinatakot ko lang kayo ng introduction na mahirap yung echo. Pero sa totoo, kapag nag-discuss na, napakadali talaga ng echo. Ba't kayo natawa? Ito ngayon namang madali naiintindihan niyo As long as naiintindihan niyo yung topic natin, meaning kasi naiintindihan niyo yan. No? O sige, let us try problem solving number 1. Go! O, dadamihan natin yung ating mga given. Yes, Aldrich.
Sir, in percentage nga po yan. Ano pa? Yung rate?
Yes po. Take note no. pag tinatanong natin is rate, laging naka-percentage tayo. Bawal lang naka-decimal. If may sagot na kayo, no, you can feel free to chat. Other answer. Pa-check ako ng mabuti. Okay. Sige, since nagkakatugma-tugma naman kayo, that your answers are all correct naman, ano. So, sige, okay. O, tama na. Okay na, sige, magaling na kayo. Uno muna kayo ngayon hanggang discount, no. So, uno kayo hanggang discount. Sige, perfect, very good. Sige, CL borrowed 20,000 from the bank and promised to pay the amount after 1 year. He received the amount of 19,200 after the bank collected an advance interest of 800 pesos. What was the rate of discount and the rate of interest that the bank collected in advance? So, titignan nyo muna yung tanatanong. Rate ng discount and the interest rate. Sige nga, let us try to evaluate all the given. Yung 20,000, saan siya papasok? Interest? Future
po.
Future po.
Future amount. Bakit kaya? Kasi sabi dito, nag-borrow daw si CL ng 20,000 and promised to pay daw yon after 1 year. Ngayon, nakatanggap daw siya ng 19,000. Ito yung tinatawag nating initial amount. Papayag ba kayo na siya yung ating present worth?
Yes po.
Yes po.
So, mapapansin nyo naman, since may future, may present, merong interest na 800 pesos. So, ang unang tanong natin dito is the rate of discount. We all know that the formula in getting the rate of discount is the future worth minus the present worth over the future worth. So, 20,000 minus 19,200 divide 20,000 is equivalent to what? About times 100% na lang para sure.
4% po.
So, ang ating sagot dyan is 4%. And ang I natin, alam naman natin that our I is D all over 1 minus D. Or pwede rin naman na D is equal to I all over 1 plus I. Pero itong dalawang to. So, using this formula, so discount natin is 0.04%, 1 minus 0.04 pala. So, ang I natin, times 100%, I is equivalent to what? 4.16667%. So, maliwanag po ang ating discount.
Yes po.
Diba? Ang dali ng echo, no? Madali ang echo, di ba? Super dali. Okay? Sige. Let us try problem solving number 2. Wait lang. Game. For problem number 2. Go. Wait lang. Stop sharing.
Dito po.
Pakibasa ng mabuti ang tanong. Liave, what's your answer?
So, sa discount po, ang magiging is 1,000 pesos. For the rate of discount po is 20%. And then the rate of interest po is 25% po.
Okay, that's good. So, again, you pawned your PSP for 5,000. Tama na, guys. O, sige, uno muna kayo, uno hanggang discount. And agreed to pay the amount at the end of 9 months. So, the pawn shop gave you a 4,000 cash after deducting the interest in advance. What was the discount? The rate of discount and the rate of interest. So, tatlo, no? Discount, rate of discount, and rate of interest. So, let us try first to evaluate all the given. So, ang ating present worth dito is yung ating 4,000. Future worth natin is yung ating 5,000. So, madedetermine natin yung discount. F minus P. So, discount is 5,000 pesos minus 4,000 pesos. Therefore, our discount is 1,000 pesos. Okay na tayo sa discount. What would be our discount rate? Again, F minus P divide F. So, substituting all the given in our formulas, 5,000 minus 4,000 divide 5,000. Okay, therefore, ang ating discount is, times 100% pala, anong sagot ni Liave? 20%. And lastly, yung ating interest rate is the discount divide ano nga formula natin? Nakalimutan ko tuloy. 1
minus D po.
Minus D po.
Oh, substitute na lang dito, ano? Yung ating I is equivalent to times 100%, 25%. So, nakakasabay po ba sa ating discount?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Yes po, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have questions so far?
Wala pa naman.
Wala pa po, sir.
O madali ang echo? Madali ba ang echo? John, madali yan?
Madali po.
So, kung madali, sige, next meeting dadagdagan natin yan. Ano? So, as of now, yan lang muna yung i-discount natin. I-discount. Yung ating itatakal muna. No? Sorry na. Alam mo, ang tawag dito, umay na ako sa echo. No? Yung baga namang 6 na section. Ito lang din yung ituturo ko. Okay naman, pabor naman sa akin. Ano? Kasi mag-thermodynamics pa ako. So, okay lang sa akin yung echo. Dito lang iikot yung ating solving. No? Again and again, please, kailangan na iintindihan nyo itong ating mga basic formulas. Kasi ito yung gagamitin natin sa mga susunod na problems. Kapag di nyo naiintindihan ito, like lalo na yung pagdedetermine kung siya ay present value, future value, kung interest rate ba siya, or discount rate ba siya, possible, on our next chapter, hindi nyo siya masusolve. No? Ngayon, as of now, hindi pa tayo gumagamit ng cash flow diagram. Pero sa susunod, on our next topic, which is all about compound interest, gagamit na tayo ng cash flow diagram. Paaral ako, pa-advanced study ako ng annuity. No, sa face-to-face meeting natin, i-discuss natin lahat ng annuity. Sobrang dami nito. Kung baga dito, mas mag-e-enjoy kayo. Makikita nyo na unti-unti kung paano dadami yung formulas natin. Unti-unti nang hahaba, no? 'Di ba, gustong-gusto niyo yung mga mahahabang formula? No, so 'yun. Madi-discuss natin 'yan on our face-to-face meeting. Mag-e-enjoy kayo, promise. Kumbaga, mag-aaway tayo. Ang dami niyo na agad tanong, nasa annuity pala ang tayo. Okay? So again, paaral ako ng annuity para ako hindi niyo awayin pagdating ng face-to-face. Hindi ganito nga, sir. Hindi nga ganito nga. No, mas maganda mag-aral agad tayo ng mga principles ng annuity. Okay? Kasi diyan kami nagtatagal as in sa annuity. Kasi gusto kong puliduhin itong annuity. Kasi pag hindi nyo naintindihan talaga to, wala na. Malulutang tayo ng kaunti. Ano? Ayaw ko na lutang. Gusto ko kayo naka-stay on the ground. Okay? Actually, kayo yung pinakamabilis kong na klase. Yung discount namin is kulang pa yung oras, no? Meaning to say, itong section na to ang pinakamagaling so far ng Almac. Ay, imagine nyo, 20 minutes. Advance tayo ng 20 minutes. Nabigla nga ako eh. Ayan, gusto ko laging napuso, no? Naiintindihan. Sana'y lagi. Dire-diretso na yan, ano? Sana'y dire-diretso yan. Okay? So, sige, yung 20 minutes, gamitin nyo for other subjects, no? Or pwede, mag-browse kayo for annuity. And that would be all, guys. Yun ang gusto ko, no? Maki-operate kayo kasi para din naman sa inyo yan, ano? Kapag hindi kasi kayo naki-operate, possible hindi nyo naiintindihan. At possible magsa-self-study kayo, no? So, mas gusto ko talaga attentive sa klase yung aking mga estudyante. So, yun lang. Thank you so much, guys. Yes po, Almac.
Eh, sir, okay lang po yung kung may module po.
Wala tayong module. PowerPoint.
Yes po, sir.
Sige, bibigyan ko kayo mamayang gabi. Tatapusin ko lang lahat ng 6 na sections. Ganyan ang gagawin ko. Papatapusin ko muna yung 6 na sections bago ako mag-send ng PowerPoint. Pakulit naman ako kasi makakalimutin ako. Ha?
Opo, thank you po.
Pero yung mga nangaaway sa akin, hindi ko makakalimutan yan. Joke lang. Biro lang. So, sige. That would be all, guys. Thank you so much and have a blessed Sunday. Ingat kayo. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you, sir.